gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācāra veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Surāmera majjapamādāttana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Tipiso bhagavā araham sammā sambuddho viññācalana sampanno sugato lokavidu. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sārati santāneva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Svakhato bhagavata dhammo sandindiko akaliko ehi passiko panayiko pañchattam edidammo viñño heti. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho. Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho. Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho. Samejipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho. Yatidam cattari purisa yugani adda purisa puṅgala. Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho. Ahuneyo bahuneyo dakkineyo anjali karaneyo. Anuttaram puññam khettam lokassati. Okay, now let's take a couple of minutes to relax our body and calm the mind, to bring our attention to the present moment. Maintaining a relaxed posture. Understanding your posture, the way you are seated. Feel the peacefulness. Listen to the silence around you. Being very friendly to yourself, being very gentle to yourself. You may observe the natural incoming and outgoing breath with present moment, silent awareness. Relaxing your body and calming the mind with each breath. Letting the natural breathing process take place. Letting go of all the thoughts, memories, and mental images from the mind. Always keeping your mind in the present moment with the help of natural breathing process. Letting go of the past, letting go of the concerns about the future, being fully present to this moment. Simply understanding the true meaning of being in the present moment to be totally with yourself. take a few deep breaths, refreshing your body and mind. You may open your eyes. Okay. Welcome back to our monthly Sutta discussion. So today we selected a very special discourse in the Majjhima Nikaya. The name of the sutta is the Bhadēkaratta Sutta. The meaning of this discourse, title, the name of this discourse is an auspicious day. At some other places, it is explained as the true lover of solitude, being in solitude, the ideal lover of solitude. So let's see how these meanings are reflecting in the discourse as we go through it. So this is about, if we are to understand the true meaning of this word, the title of the sutta, just by breaking it down, Eka means in Pali one. Eka means one. Ratta is the night. In one word, it is night. In Pali, it is called the Ratti. Ratti means the night. So here it can mean Ekaratta means one night, and Bhadda means the good, wholesome, positive. So in that meaning, it is translated as an auspicious day or auspicious night. Okay. So the other meaning, the Rati means in Pali to get attached to, or to find indulgence in, or to enjoy, to find pleasure in it. Rati or Rati means. Eka means being, again, being oneself, being alone. Bhadda means the positive, auspicious. So we can get the simple meaning by breaking it down, what this sutta implies, its meaning. So let's go through it. What we spoke about is solitude, according to the Dhamma. Okay, so this is how Buddha starts the discourse. And how, monks, does one chase after the past? One gets carried away with the delight of, in the past I had such a form, which is the body. In the past I had such a feeling, the sensations. In the past I had such a perceptions. In the past I had such thought fabrications or mental formations, what we call. In the past I had such consciousness. This is called chasing after the past. So if you think about that part, actually, if you have to remember something about the past, in the past, this is what you are exactly reflecting on. You know, it can be a person, a material thing, a place, just a memory, whatever it is. These are the things that you are sharing. These are the things in the practical level, or the according to the teachings. This is what we are dealing with. It can be a reflection of our physical sharing, what the physical experience, or it is the sensual experience, or it can be our mental perceptions, and it can be of our mental fabrications or mental formations, how we react to these experiences, as what we call the sankhara in Pali. If we get attached to these experiences or averse to them, this is our reaction to the experience. It is the mental formation. And or directly, our conscious awareness, you know, how we eventually felt it in our mind. So whatever you reflect on, connected to the past, this is what exactly we are focusing on, experiencing. Okay, this is what Buddha explains here, what it means to chase after the past. And then he explains, and how does one not chase after the past? One does not get carried away with the delight of. In the past, I had such a form, body. In the past, I had such a feeling, mental perception, mental formations, or mental fabrications. In the past, I had such consciousness. This is called not chasing after the past. So that person does not get carried away with the delight of. So this is the difference. That is the difference. So the usual attitude of reflecting on the past is actually we easily carried away with the delight, the pleasure, these positive aspects to that. This is how we get connected with the past. Why we think about something happened in the past. You know, it can be negative sometimes. It can be painful sometimes. But the subtle human nature is to bring these conditions into the present moment. It's a kind of subtle indulgence, enjoyment. You know, otherwise we will not bring that into the present awareness. You know. So it's a subtle experience, why we get connected with the past, you know. So this is how we get carried away with the memories about the past. But what it means to not to chase after the past means we don't find any indulgence there. We don't find any delight in the past memories. This is the craving, the attachment for the sensual pleasure actually. The root causes for this, the reflection of the past. Why we go to the past most often. So this is what Buddha explains here. In any of these aggregates, so these are the 5 aggregates, if you can remember in the Dhamma, the form, which is the body, sensation, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. These are the 5 aggregates, how we are made out of. So this is how Buddha breaks down this personal experience into different parts, different pieces, going beyond these superficial classifications or the thoughts, labeling. These are the ultimate analysis according to the Dhamma, the analysis of personal experience according to 5 aggregates. In different sutras, they are explained in deeper levels. And then Buddha teaches about the future. And how does one place expectations on the future? One gets carried away with the delight of, in the future, I might have such a form, the body. In the future, I might have such feelings, sensations. In the future, I might have such perceptions, thought fabrication. In the future, I might have such consciousness. This is called placing expectations on the future. This is how we worry about the future. We create some expectations, wishes for the future. Again, in terms of these five aggregates. And then again, and how is one, and how does one not place expectations on the future? One does not get carried away with the delight of, in the future I might have such form, such feeling, such perception, such thought fabrication, such consciousness. This is called not placing expectations on the future. So this is also how we interact with the future. We project to the future. Still, finding the delight, certain expectations in order to enjoy, for these things to be according to our wish, our expectations. So this is how we project to the future, So these are very common two attitudes of our human mind, to go to the past or to the future, in our mind, in our thoughts, imaginations. And how these two aspects are connected to our day-to-day stress, anxieties, fear, worries, doubts, frustrations, depressions, and all these things are very important to understand. In many of the cases, actually, for many of these negativities, actually, this is the reason. If you deeply reflect on your thought process, your mental attitudes, mental behavior, it is as a result of either going into the past or to the future. This is how our mind can get really restless, disturbed, scattered, going through so many negativities. So this is why in many places Buddha explains these two aspects as a distraction, common distraction. So we all have this experience during meditation. This is exactly what comes as the distraction for us as we try to concentrate our mind, trying to bring our awareness to the present moment. This is the direct experience as a hindrance. So this is why it is important what Buddha explains here. And not only past and the future. So then what about the present? So that is also an important part here. So Buddha explains, and how is one taken in with regard to the present qualities? There is the case where an uninstructed, run-of-the-mill person who has not seen the noble ones, is not well versed in the teachings of the noble ones, is not trained in the teachings of the noble ones, sees form as self, or self as possessing form, or form as in self, or self as in form. So this is how we deal with the present qualities. So we spoke about the past and the future, and when we maintain the present moment awareness, suppose you somehow manage to not to wander into the past and or to the future. So how do you interact with the present experience? So this is a very subtle experience, human nature that Buddha identifies, this is how we personalize our present conditions. This is what Buddha explains here. The person who does not know the Dhamma, who has no high experiences in the Dhamma practice or meditation, who has not associated with the well-experienced friends, teachers and others, this is how they interact with the present experience. How that person sees form as self, this physical body as myself, or self as possessing form. Myself is possessing, myself is the owner of this form. Or form as in self. My body is in the self, or myself is in the form. So these kind of perceptions can happen when we are interacting with the present experience as well. So then Buddha explains again the 5 aggregates, how we personalize these aggregates. The form, the physical body, the physicality, the sensual experience, the feelings, and mental perceptions, mental formations, which is the reaction to these perceptions, and our consciousness, conscious awareness. Our normal human attitude is to feel that these conditions are me, they are myself, or they belong to me, or I belong to them. So these kind of perceptions are very subtle nature, how we experience it. Very subtle thing to understand, but this is how Buddha explains here. When we let go of the past and the future, not to get caught up by the wrong perceptions even within the present conditions, to reach the total purification of the mind, to be free from this ignorance, knowing the Dhamma, getting well versed in the Dhamma, doing enough research in the practice, in the Dhamma, discussing, reading, analyzing the Dhamma, you can get to know these illusions, these misinterpretations, how we wrongly interact with our personal experience even within the present moment. And then Buddha explains, and how is one not taken in with regard to present qualities? Again, there is a case where a disciple of the Noble Ones, who has seen the Noble Ones, is well versed in the teachings of the Noble Ones, is well trained in the teachings of the Noble Ones, does not see form as self, or self as possessing form, or form as in self, or self as in form. So this is how he or she reflects on 5 aggregates without personalizing these experiences, without thinking any of these aggregate to be mine, me, or myself. So when thinking that way, what happens to the mind? That person does not take any delight, any emotional attachment, maintains any craving for any of these conditions, qualities. So that is the total liberation here. Buddha tries to explain. Okay, and then Buddha further explains, you shouldn't chase after the past or place expectations on the future. What is past is left behind. The future is as yet unreached. Whatever quality is present, you clearly see right there, not taken in, unshaken. That's how you develop the heart. ardently doing what should be done today, for who knows tomorrow death. There's no bargaining with mortality and is mighty hard. Whoever lives thus ardently, relentlessly, but day and night, has truly had an auspicious day. So says the peaceful sage. Monks, I will teach you the summary and exposition of one who has had an auspicious day. Thus was it said. So this is what Buddha explained in this Bhadēkaratta Sutta. So as I shared in the email, so there are certain places that Buddha appreciates this true meaning of the noble solitude. You know, we think that the solitude means differently. So what do you feel? What do you understand when you hear the word solitude?
Peaceful.
Peaceful? Okay. What else?
Isolation.
Isolation?
Being alone.
Being alone? Yes. Yeah. To be away from other people, you know, to be alone. So this is the general meaning of solitude, you know. So there are different aspects to this topic, you know. So as we listen to this discourse, how Buddha defines the solitude in the noble discipline is totally different. It has nothing to do with the people or external conditions, external world, other people, relationships or anything.